Hi guys, so this is a quick video on how to format your book for Createspace. Just put together a few steps that will allow you to convert your Kindle ready file straight onto Createspace by making a couple of changes. So if you work with us at hotghostwriter.com, you will know that all our books are delivered, formatted, edited, according to what looks best and fits best with a Kindle device. And this video is basically going to teach you to take that file that's literally ready to upload to Kindle once you receive it, and make these couple of changes and also upload it straight onto CreateSpace. I'll just add one more important bullet point here, which is converting it onto PDF. And let's get right into it. So a lot of the things that I will show you, for instance, on the actual Word, if you notice here, it's in another language, it's in Italian. This is an Italian laptop, but should be able to, it's pretty simple stuff, so you should be able to keep up with me. So let's get right into it. I've got here a book that I'm going to use as an example. So the very first thing is converting the book size. So the most popular and most used, most recommended book size for a printed book is the 6x9. That's the best dimension, 6x9 inches. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to hold Control plus A to highlight the entire book. So the Control key and A together highlights everything. And we're going to go here to Page Layout, Dimensions, go all the way to the bottom here, which should say More Paper Sizes, as you see there in English. And then here you would be typing in 6 inches, and then here it will be 9 inches. But since my one is in centimeters, I'm looking at 1524, 2286. So that's the dimensions in centimeters, 1524, 2286. Yeah, perfect. So you can see there straight away, book file shrinks. The content still fits pretty well. And that's step number one. Step number two is ensuring that any images are, I would say, 12, maybe even 10 centimeters or below in terms of width, so that the image fits well. So let's see here if we can find any images in this book that we can use as an example. So here we are, we've got some recipes here. So what we're going to do here is format. You see this little thingy here, menu here, which shows you that it's the width, and then you want to type in, let's go with 10, and boom, there we are. Then we also want to ensure that it's at 10 or below in width, and also in the center. So center by clicking here, clicking on the image and clicking here on the center, and also at the neutral point on the ruler. So here, you don't want it to be like this, you don't want it to be like this. You want to ensure that the image is in the neutral point and in the center. Awesome. So next thing is ensuring that you have no links that are like click here or anything like that. So if we have a look around, see, we can see here, we would need to decrease the size of this image so it all fits well. You have to go through the book and make sure that everything is done properly. So no, let's see again. So click here, links. I doubt there are any links here, but I can show you an example. So basically what you don't want to have any of this. Click here with, if we add a quick, you don't want to have hyperlinks pretty much. If you have a hyperlink in your book, with click here, all you want to do is visit, and then have the link actually visible. So because obviously on print, people cannot click. On the Kindle device, it's a device that uses the internet, so the person can actually click on the link and be taken directly to the page. But just remember, excuse me, if you're publishing onto paperback, that you don't have any hyperlinks. Awesome. Upsell page, move to the end of the book. This doesn't really apply, it's more to my books. I have sometimes upsells within the middle of the Kindle book, so just moving that to the end. But we'll move on from that. And then page numbers, that's very important. On Kindle, we don't advise adding page numbers because we don't add, as in with the way we format our books for our clients, we don't add any page numbers because the size of the Word document is completely different once it's uploaded to the Kindle device, and the page numbers are completely different. So we don't add that. However, on paperback, you want to ensure that you do add page numbers to your books. And to do that, it's very, very simple. Just go over here to Insert, and you'll have page numbers. I like to do mine at the bottom and in the center. So I just do that. And then what I also want to do is ensure that there is no page one number. So just by clicking that, which I'm not sure how to translate that, different first page, yeah. So no first page, and then I click on the X, and that should have removed the page one for me. Yep, there we go. So no page one. It's awesome. So we've added a page numbers, no page one. Next thing is table of contents. Now the table of contents that we add to the books obviously have no page numbers for the same reason that I mentioned before. So what we want to do is update this. So in the case where you don't have a table of contents, let's just delete that space there. What you would do is, oops. So let me just, sure, awesome. What you would do is click on references, table of contents, and choose the automatic table of contents 2. Click on that, and that should bring up a table of contents with page numbers and everything. Now you can edit this, so maybe if you don't want to have this little section here, you can remove that. This section here, you can remove that. And also you might want to alter the size of this so that it fits in properly. So if we just quickly adjust this very quickly, make sure that it fits. So for instance here, there we are, that's what I was looking for. Awesome. So we can see here, all fits in well on the page. Let's remove this little thingy here. And, I like to bold my chapter ones and etc. Just make it look nice and neat. You can remove all the excess information that you don't require. So I might remove this and just have the chapter titles. Oh, just remove that. And yeah, so we would have, each page broken down. Make sure this is over here. We can remove that. And we can also remove this. We can remove this. We can remove this. We have a simple table of contents. So I put here word count routines, for instance, page 14, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. Just edit it in the way that you want it to appear on the actual, once it's printed. So anyway, I hope that's clear. Next thing is page breaks. So as you saw me there, once I turn this back on, you see here there's a little page interruption or page break. You want to ensure that you're separating the pages at a good point, making sure that everything looks nice and neat. So, for instance, we've got it here, page break, ensuring that everything looks well. We already ensure that the page breaks are done correctly before we deliver your book, but just going over it again and making sure that, see, for instance, here, because the page size is a little bit different, the page break has moved over, so it's left a blank page. So what you want to do is ensure that the page break is at the end of the text so that the next page comes on straight onto a new piece of paper and it all looks nice and neat. So you want to have the page break there, not there. I hope that's clear. And again, image sizes and so on and so forth. So that's page breaks. Final thing, once you've gone through all of that and you've edited your book and it's all ready to go, what you want to do is File, Save As, click on this Save As file type thing, and you want to click PDF. Then you want to click Save. The reason why you want to convert it to PDF is because the reason why you want to convert it to PDF is because that's the easiest way to upload the file. Once you can upload a Word document onto Createspace, it will convert it onto PDF. So to save you a lot of extra time, because the conversion takes a little bit long on Createspace, you just save that onto the PDF yourself, which takes, like you saw, 5 seconds, and then upload the PDF, which will look exactly how we've made it. So it's the right size, and you can get an idea of how your book is actually going to look like once it's printed. So that there, guys, is a simple way to format a Kindle book to a CreateSpace, to the CreateSpace format, for print format. And I hope that helps you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. You can join my Kindle Mastermind group, ask questions, and we'll be in contact soon. Cheers, guys.